Onto sort of the question over whether Borussia Mönchengladbach might see some of their players leave to join Marco Rose at Borussia Dortmund. I mean, of course, this is purely speculation, but you mentioned his man management and how that's possibly one of the more redeeming aspects of his managerial skill set. And you think, well, you look at qualifying for the Champions League with the squad that he did the season before last. Of course, it's a very big achievement, but at the same time, as we mentioned earlier, they weren't world beaters, so he clearly did get a lot out of the tools that he had at his disposal. I'm looking at the sort of the under 23 players in particular because they'd fit to the age demographic that there is at Dortmund. Although I will say, you can't build a title winning. At the risk of sounding like Alan Hansen, you can't build a title-winning team nowadays, perhaps without at least a bit of experience. And just sort of looking down the Dortmund squad list, you have the likes of Jude Bellingham, Erling Haaland, Youssoufa Moukoko, Gio Reyna, Jadon Sancho. All of these players fantastically talented, but all under 23. Could you perhaps see Dortmund maybe moving for some of these Gladbach players who worked really well under Rosa, or is that something which is it's too far in the future for us to even predict?
Well, this is the thing. Marco Rosa says he wouldn't do this, but I think we all know from a football perspective when someone says they won't do this or that, it tends to happen more often than not. Um, I think it also depends on who Dortmund lose. I think that's a very massive step on them bringing whoever Rosa wants into the team. There's obviously the likes of Sancho, as you said, Holland, the two most likeliest to leave, especially Holland, if they don't end up with Champions League football next season. Then there's the money of, I think, going into, if they end up in the Europa League this season, wouldn't be the worst financial situation or player pulling situation. But I think they would lose the likes of Jadon Sancho and Holland. So then it's up to the board if they want to take Gladbach players or they think they're a right fit. There's two things. So there's one, that's one. The second is if Marco Rosa has much pulling power at Gladbach, because it seems to be that he's lost some of the players. It's not like the players don't play for him or play against the club, but I don't think a lot of them maybe perhaps believe in his team that he's going to be at Dortmund at the moment. I mean, we can only speculate what's gone on behind closed doors at that club, but I don't think he has much pulling power over some of them, especially when the brightest talents, let's say Zakaria from Gladbach, Neuhaus, have kind of rumours about them surrounding with the likes of Man City and Bayern. They won't have as much pulling power as those two clubs. So I actually think it's more likely to be the older ones that would possibly take a chance with him. But they might just be like, it honestly depends on how his pulling power's gone, really, because I don't know if any. I think I can see a few of the more talented ones, if they don't receive an offer, they would go join him because it's still Dortmund at the end of the day.
Mm.
But you've got so much talent there. Like, okay, Jadon Sancho goes. Okay, you've got Knauf ready to go. And that's and then you've got Mukoku ready to go. I know he's injured at the moment, but that's still an amazing squad. And I don't think Dortmund will want to spend that much more on Gladbach players because they know the quality that they've got.